What's up YouTube? Welcome back to today's video. First off, hope you're all having a great day today. And in today's video, I want to talk about our first limited 360 sprint car race, which is today at the Southern Oregon Speedway for the Spring Buster. It's their first points race of the season, and I want to talk about how you guys can support your local racetrack and come out and watch tonight. And if you're not from Southern Oregon, how you can watch it live through my YouTube channel. So the week has absolutely flown by, and it is finally race day tonight at the Southern Oregon Speedway. As you can see, our car is all ready to go and loaded up here in the background. This is the limited 360 sprint car. So last week we ran our 360. This is the limited. This car I ran majority of last season. We did 21 shows. But tonight we are competing out at the Southern Oregon Speedway, our local racetrack here in White City, Oregon. And what's so great about the facility out there is this is where I grew up. It's literally my hometown track. I've turned the most laps around here since I started racing karts. I ran at the little track, the little Southern Oregon Speedway, right next to the big one. I started there when I was 5, back when it was actually a D-shaped, and now it's transitioned into a totally different track over the years. And then about a year and a half ago, I started running at the big track with my limited 360 sprint car and the Ken Doyle Wing sprint car division. So that's one thing I love about the Southern Oregon Speedway. Whenever I get to race out there, I have all my hometown fans, all my family and friends get to come out and watch. It's really, really close to where all of us grew up, so that's a bonus. Also, the racetrack's really, really good. If you guys remember almost our final sprint car race of the season, I think it was our second to last in 2018, I won a thrilling race there. I'll link the video down below. It was a total top, a total bottom, and I got the leader on the last lap, last corner pass. It was a very, very exciting finish, and we were able to get our third win of the season of 2018. So this place definitely can produce some great racing. There's also going to be 4 other divisions along with the sprint cars tonight. We have the IMCA Sport Mods, IMCA Modifieds, the Hornets, and the Mini Stocks. So a full night of a lot of action at the Southern Oregon Speedway. Real quick, I want to give you guys a mini history lesson on the racing here in Southern Oregon. So back in the 80s and 90s, there was this racetrack called the Medford Speedway, and this is where everyone went to race here in Southern Oregon. Well, that place eventually had to be tore down in 1995 and 1996 for reasons I don't really know, but that's when the Southern Oregon Speedway was built in White City, Oregon at the sports park. And this place quickly turned into one of the best tracks on the West Coast, consisting of many different divisions such as sprint cars, Hornets, mini stocks, street stocks, late models, and tons of different types of racing. This is where everyone went to have fun on Saturday nights. And then as we got into 2000 and towards the middle of the decade, both tracks were doing really, really well. The big Southern Oregon Speedway for all the big cars, and even the little Southern Oregon Speedway for all the outlaw karts. Tons of big races were happening there. I've heard a lot of stories about like the QRC All-Star Tour going there and stuff like that. So both tracks were doing very, very well. But then as 2008, 2009 hit, it just really started to go down. It wasn't doing absolutely terrible, and it's not like it changed completely overnight, but slowly the car count started to go down at both tracks, the outlaw karts and in the bigger cars. And several other divisions are also seeing much needed attention as well to help those guys out. So with the help of great sponsors and people helping to prep the track, get the pits ready, the Southern Oregon Speedway only has a bright future, and it's looking good. Now, with all that being said, I'm expecting a pretty decent car count for the sprint cars tomorrow. Cottage Grove is racing, so they're going to have all their regulars go up there. All the Southern Oregon Speedway people are usually going to run down here. So I'm expecting maybe anywhere from 10 to 15 karts, maybe even a little bit more than that. For this race, we have a lot of people that are starting out their sprint car career. I know there's like a few people who are just new, and this is their first race. And then you have some people who this is just their first race of the season. They're returning from racing the point season last year. And then you have a few people, like for example, myself, we just kind of race all the time in anything we can, outlaw kart, sprint car, anything we can. So this is just one of those weekends where now we're getting back into the sprint car. Now, I wanted to mention all that history stuff because this limited sprint car division at the Southern Oregon Speedway is a great example of how it's starting to turn around. I don't know exact numbers when they first started it. I know the limited division has kind of been around for a while. It just never has really taken off like it has in the past 2 or 3 years. But now they pay $1,000 to win and $200 to start. So a great payout for these guys, even people that want to come out and just learn. And then you also have those local regulars who are competing every single night fiercely against each other to win the championship. A car count I know maybe at Southern Oregon used to be anywhere from like 6, 7, 8 cars a few years ago, and now they're getting up to where it's around 12 to 15 every single night, and even on some occasions we're getting over 20 cars. So it's definitely starting to turn around, and like I said, I cannot wait to see what the Southern Oregon Speedway's future holds. It's a nice facility, it's now under great ownership, and these people really want the best for both tracks there. So that's all I got, guys. I'm not a history teacher, but I kind of just ended up rambling on and talking a lot about the Speedway. I love this place. It's my hometown. It's where I've been racing ever since I started when I was 5 years old. But now, on to tonight's race. So you guys can watch it live on my YouTube channel. The racing starts at 7 o'clock my time, so if you're in the mountain region, that is 8 o'clock Central Time Zone, it's 9 o'clock, and then the East Coast, that's 10 o'clock. My sister will be the one live streaming. You guys can use the chat feature and comments and stuff to interact with one another as well as watch. I recommend maybe make a bowl of popcorn, get yourself a nice beverage, and just watch the main event because it's gonna be a good one. A lot of good drivers are gonna be out there that I raced against last season, and everyone is gunning for that first win. After our podium finish for night number 1 of the Spring Fling at the Cottage Grove Speedway in the 360 division last week, I feel more confident in myself, in my crew, in my car, and my whole team. I think we're definitely just ready to take on the next race and our whole rest of the season. But that's all I got for this video. If you guys are actually wanting to attend the Southern Oregon Speedway, if you're from here in Medford, White City, Central Point, and you're really close to the track, hot laps start at 5:30, racing starts at 7, and then remember, if you can't make it, watch the live stream on my YouTube channel. And if you want to stay tuned for live updates, my Twitter, my Instagram, our Facebook page, TC Racing, and then as well, I might also be using the YouTube story and stuff to keep all you guys updated through YouTube. All those links are in the description below, so you guys definitely feel free to go down there, check them out, and if you want to watch live stream, like I said, interact with others, talk, hang out with all your friends, and enjoy some good racing. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I always want to let you guys know when there's an opportunity to watch myself race and just a bunch of other really good racers. Go at it and see if we can get the W. But anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for the live stream tonight. Deuces.